And we're live.
Yay!
Yay!
Take it away, Ness.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Pancake Sex Books Club. We read an awesome book, but we'll talk about that in a second. With me, as sometimes, is Amelia.
Sometimes. I'm here almost all the time.
It's true.
Yeah.
Dang, I wasn't just specifically referring to you. I just saying we were a rotating cast of characters. Dang, Amelia. God.
Okay, I accept.
It's ensemble cast.
We also have Isabel.
Hello.
And Eris.
I'm back.
Yay.
Yay.
And me,
Kinda
I'm Ness.
Yeah.
We're all back. It was so lonely last time. Just three of us.
Honestly, I missed last time, and I'm so bummed I missed last time because I hated that book so much.
We all hated that book so much.
I was on a boat, so I was like, I know I'm not going to be here. I don't have to read, so
You
I didn't read it.
dodged the biggest bullet of all time.
You did.
Yeah,
you really
except
did.
for Rosie keeps threatening to pick it.
The second one. I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, please don't make me
Like,
read
no.
any more of this
Listen, if
garbage.
she picks it, all we have to do is form a separate book. We disband this book club and form a new book club.
God, we'll never come up with a name. This one
You
took
get it.
forever.
You get
Dude,
into
that would
the
be like the Mean
convention
Girls book club.
stage.
We could be the Bad Bitches book club.
You just get through one round of voting, and then you have the delegates flip over to a different thing. I'm sorry, I've been watching too much news lately.
Oh, seriously.
I've been listening to much Hamilton lately. It's fine.
No such thing.
Yeah, I don't know if there's such thing as too much, but
There isn't.
right.
Not
I'm
so
still-
far.
I'm not allowed to register an opinion one way or
It's
another
true.
on Hamilton yet because you still need to.
I need to play some more Undertale.
Oh yeah, have you even started it?
I started it a little bit.
Okay, cool. I didn't even think you would get that far. I didn't even
Yeah.
think you would get as far as installing it.
Yes. I'm saving it for next weekend when I'm going to be home
She's-
recovering from surgery.
desperate
Yes.
enough that everyone needs to love Hamilton that she'll play it.
You're romancing Cullen.
Have you heard the deal I made with Belle?
Yes. That's what
It's the
I'm
devil's-
saying.
The
You
devil's
are
bargain.
desperate enough to spread Hamilton love that you do things you don't want to do.
I do.
I just forced my husband to listen to it in the car, and then he suddenly goes, "This isn't bad."
Listen, I don't drive anywhere with Belle. I can't force her to do it
I
that
know.
way. Dang.
This is I picked something that I thought that she would genuinely like.
Right?
I know.
I think Belle will
Not
genuinely
torture.
like this.
That's the thing.
She
I
would.
think that
Not
like,
romancing Macklemore.
if I honestly thought like we were gonna do like I'm gonna make you do something that you hate, I would have picked like watch this horror movie or something.
Oh,
like I
that's
know it's
mean.
completely like not something you enjoy, but I think you need to listen to or watch it anyway.
And see, if you did that, I would be phoning you at 3 o'clock in the morning when I had horrible nightmares.
This
and
is your fault.
making you deal with them.
It only seems fair.
Right?
It only
It
seems
is.
fair.
Oh, so like this, I know this is for everyone's benefit.
Friendship.
Yes, but again, I must remain a stone
Yes,
regarding opinions about this.
it's true.
Let's talk about the book.
Yeah, just like
About
I
the book.
stayed stony about my opinions on this book.
I don't even know how to summarize this book. Like,
There's a
I'm just going to read the summary that is
Yeah,
on the
you
inside
can
of
read
the
the
book.
summary.
so
Yeah. So the book is Sorcerer to the Crown by Zen Cho, who, if you don't follow her on Twitter, you should, because she's the most adorable person of all time. But here's a summary of the book. English magic faces its darkest hour. The Royal Society of Unnatural Philosophers, one of the most respected organizations throughout all of England, has long been tasked with maintaining magic within His Majesty's lands. But lately, the once proper institution has fallen into disgrace, naming an altogether unsuitable gentleman, a freed slave who doesn't even have a familiar, as its Sorcerer Royal, and allowing England's previously profuse stores of magic to slowly bleed dry. At least the society hasn't stooped so low as to permit women to practice what is obviously a man's profession. But then they do, and it's awesome.
See, okay, I feel like that description is so like not to it because
Yeah.
like it's kind of not about him.
Well,
all.
there's another paragraph,
Okay,
but I wasn't going to read it. Cause
that's
There
fine.
are
I was
so
just
many
gonna be like
things.
caveat like here. It totally turns into the Prunella story.
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, which
It's-
is great.
The
This-
best.
this strikes me as one of those books that started out as another book, but then it's like, wait a minute, I love this character, and then it changed.
She did a bait and switch, right? You think it's
Yeah.
going to be about
See,
Zachariah?
that's what I feel like. I feel like she sold it as this man's story, and then she's like, just kidding, this story's about women. Bye.
A little bit.
And I was
Um,
okay with that.
I think
Yeah.
it held up, or at least as much as again, I haven't gotten to the very end, but like from what I'm seeing so far, like yeah, it's holding both of the characters, like they're still doing stuff with both of the characters. Does Zacharias just fall off completely?
No.
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 Okay,
It's
yeah,
just
so-
like it becomes very centric on what's on her, especially near the end.
Yeah, like we can go to Spoiler Town.
Okay.
I'm not deterred
Okay.
by spoilers at all.
Because the end has the most cinnamon roll
Oh my
ending
god.
I've ever
Yeah.
seen in a book ever. Like I died.
I wanted that ending so hard, and then
I read it and then I texted Ness right away. Oh my god, cinnamon roll!
Oh, do they do makeouts? Is that what happens at the end?
Something like that. Except
It's just it was like I was at work listening to it and I was just like, oh, yay! Like,
and it was so
happy.
perfectly in character. Like, ugh.
It
Ugh.
was the sweetest. Oh my god! Just
I have to say, I have definitely, been like, I want to finish the book, is the thing. So, even now that I don't have to read it, I still do intend to finish the book, and I think that's
it's definitely worth
That's a good
finishing.
read.
And I'm actually a little bit mad because I hate reading series that aren't complete or like at least 5+ books ahead of
Yeah.
me because I
Mhm.
hate waiting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The worst.
What's
like
funny is on the podcast that I listened to that wrecked this, actually I had 2 podcasts I listened to wrecked this. Both of them were like, what the fuck? I did not realize this is a series. I'm so mad now. But
Yeah.
also,
Like, I mean,
cinnamon
I'm
rolls.
super happy, but also like, fuck.
Yeah.
It ended well. It doesn't have to go any further.
No, like that is true. You could totally leave
Right.
this book.
But
Yeah.
you really want it to.
At
Yeah.
the same time,
Like-
the world building she did was so good.
It is.
Yes.
It
And-
was, and I bitch a lot about the world building and
was-
the way of going about world
Perfectly
building.
meshed, and like, I mean, I don't know if part of it's because it's like Jane Austen Regency shit that you're just like, you can see it. Like,
Yeah.
No
Mhm.
problem. You just fucking see it. You know exactly what you're, what the world kind of looks like, I guess, to an
Mhm.
extent. Because
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
that. And I don't know, it's so fucking good. Like, it's perfect amount. But then, like, I also kind of wanted more world building in a way. As far as the paranormal stuff went a little bit, maybe.
Yes, I agree
Does that
with
make
that.
sense? Like, I wanted more of, like, how that all worked.
Yeah. But I like that she doesn't just give you chapters and chapters of exposition, that you
Yes.
kind
I
of,
loved that.
it unfolds as you go and you figure out how the magic system works as you go through it, as Pernella learns it, and all that. So, and how she learns it. So, my favorite thing is how perfect she is and how she's like, why would you do it this way when you could do it that way? And like, that way's way better. And Zacharias is just running around behind her going, that's not how we do anything. What are you doing? Stop doing it this way. Do it a different way. And she's like, no. And she never capitulates. She never is like, well, I guess I should learn your way. She's like, no, your ways are dumb and slow, and I'm going to do it my way.
And
and-
now I have 3 familiars, bitch. What?
Yeah, what's the big deal? It's like, she's the most powerful sorcerer of all time. She's like, what? I could do this in my sleep.
I do what I want.
You really should just want her to eventually go, God with no familiar says what?
Right? Like,
Excuse
I
me,
love that.
mother
I
of
love that.
familiars here. Alex Targaryen says we do it
Yeah.
like
But she doesn't, like, she's not strong female. Ness and I were talking about strong female
Yeah.
character. TM.
strong
Yeah.
and
She's not like that. It's not like she's a Mary
she-
Sue. She's just really good.
And she's also
She's
just like,
like-
this is the bit that makes sense, and I really liked her. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's definitely, like, one of the most relatable, like, females in a book I've read recently.
Yes, I so agree.
Especially one that's set back in, like, ye olden times.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, this is shit I would be pulling. Like,
Yeah,
no
like,
questions asked.
Oh, it's stupid. And honestly, anybody who's working in, like, a male-dominated profession will often sometimes go, like, yeah, but yours is stupid.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
I definitely have to occasionally go, like, yeah, but that's stupid. And let me tell you why that's stupid. But they want you to do the stupid anyway, because that's how. Honestly, this had a lot of those great, like, dog whistles for patriarchy, and like modern feminist kind of things. I love that shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was
Well,
well
it
placed.
did. It really did. But she's not. a ball buster or anything. She
No.
just fundamentally, practically is like, I don't understand why you do that when this is so much easier. So I'm just going to do this. Cool,
And I
cool.
think-
And then she just goes on, you know?
Well, and she definitely crafted Zacharias to like completely complement that in the way of like, I have to follow the rules. I have to do it this way. I have to follow through. All because my fucking dead dad's walking around.
Ghost Dad! Ghost Dad!
Ghost Dad.
Such a helicopter parent.
Right?
Yes,
well,
he
Ghost
was.
Dad, and because he's black and everybody else is white.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
Ghost
so he has to be like above the
Yeah.
like even more virtuous and law abiding to sort of earn his place.
He has
So
to be
they're
But I
perfect in
feel
order to
perfect
be
like
foils.
good.
And I mean, the ending shows you that's not who he wanted to be.
Mm-mm.
No.
So like, I feel like Prunella for him was just like, fuck. Why are you gonna be this way and I have to be so good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they were perfect complements for each other, perfect foils. Where she's just fuck it, I'll do what I want. And he's like, you can't do anything you want. That's what life is. Oh my
And
god.
she's like, no.
Yeah.
I do what I want.
Actually,
Well,
Actually,
actually, my 3 familiars.
Thank you for reminding me of the question I was going to add in.
Oh yeah. Okay, type.
that was great too. The scene with the familiar when she hatches the familiars and they never
That was
openly say what she
deeply
did, but
clever.
you totally know what she did. I
Deeply
fucking
clever.
love that. It's so because it's from Zacharias' point of view. It's
Yeah.
so incredibly uncomfortably delightful. Like, ugh.
I want to know if a guy reading that would be like, wait a minute, what?
It's possible they
I
don't
totally
know.
don't remember.
I'll
what she
get
did.
it.
That's what I'm sitting here thinking. I was like, I listened to it. What did she do?
They have to consume blood
Yeah.
of their.
Oh,
A
Yeah.
certain
Yeah.
kind of blood. Of
Yeah.
that blood.
never mind. I do remember.
You
I
have
was
to, they have to
listening here, I'm like,
consume.
Was that one part? Because I was listening to it and working, and I'm like, it was
Yeah.
perfect to listen to while I was working.
Yeah, they have to consume the blood of the person that they're going to be like working with.
Right,
And
right.
it's like, oh, it's super draining for men to do this because they have to like give up their blood at a time when they
Have to
super
bleed
need it.
out or
And
whatever.
meanwhile,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, just here you go. Here's a sheet.
Yeah, she's totally fine. And he's like, how did you even do it?
Yeah.
She's like, how do you think I did it, idiot? And he's like,
Desperately injured.
That's right.
No.
his point of view, and that
This
is
is a
just
world
so
where like
delightful.
women should be the most powerful sorcerers.
Yeah. Yes. Well, and I think
Yeah.
that's where the series.
I
is
mean, that's
going.
totally where it's going. It has to be.
Yeah.
If it's not, well, I'll be
Absolutely.
very upset.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, in other parts of the world where the patriarchy doesn't reign, women are kicking all the ass.
Yeah,
It appears.
like the crap, and I've forgotten her name, but the little like witchy lady.
Mac Gangal. Mac.
How
Yeah.
great is she?
Yeah.
She was
so
awesome.
good.
So awesome. Teaches Prunella everything she needs to know in like a day. Like,
Yeah, it's like
you're fine. You don't need any more tutoring.
And like
you're good.
terrorizes that dude, and I don't remember his name either.
the Sultan.
The Sultan guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking
Oh, hold
for,
on. Did I turn to a page with all of their names on it? Because that would be.
Yeah, I'm looking for Mac.
And I listened, so
It is
like I
Mac
was
Gang
trying
Gang.
to type up questions, and I was like, shit, I don't know how to spell any
Mac
of
Jim
these
Gang, yeah.
names.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the name. I bet you know how to pronounce all of them, which I don't since I read it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. I don't know how to actually pronounce it, but I know that Microsoft Sam and my Kindle did not like that. Mac
Or any of the words.
like Mac Gang.
I don't remember how this
Lady Throgmorton. Yeah, he gets like weird ones correct, and then other ones just. But yeah. Oh my turd.
Ugh, this book is so good.
Sorry, my
It's not
turd.
great. So good.
All right. Why don't we jump right in?
All right. Yeah, that's right. Like real questions.
Yeah, do you have questions? What? We're not just gonna sit here and talk about how awesome Prunella is. For
I mean, we kind of are.
Well,
We kind
the questions are sort of a vehicle for that.
Yeah.
True.
Somebody changed the first question, but now
Because
it
we
says,
kind of already discussed it.
I wanted to talk about it anyway. Dang, Isabel.
Okay, I can tell you what the first question was.
So why don't you tell us what the first question was? Dang.
The best of the best.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
question we
yeah.
need to discuss more
best.
seriously. More in
The
Agreed.
depth.
best.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, we're just raving about it. We're already answering my question.
It's actually the
Very much
best.
so.
Actually the best.
Yeah, this is so outside my normal genre, and it was the best, and I loved it.
This was
I
so-
really did. I loved the writing, and that's part of why it took me so long to read it, because I wanted to read every single sentence Like even the stuff that was like unabashedly filler.
Yeah, no, she did great. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's, oh my god. Just
Yeah,
so
the
fun.
only way this could be more in my wheelhouse is if there was an unreliable narrator to add into it. It's pretty much perfect. Jane Austen style writing, magic, patriarchy busting badass women who aren't strong females. TM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strong independent.
It's
Magical
truly unique.
characters, right? Like, okay.
I can bust out my mythology fun.
Right. So good. Fairyland. Oh, so good. Okay.
Otherworld, and it's like I like that the fairies in here were like supposed to be scary as shit. Like you're supposed to be like, this ain't Tinkerbell.
I love bad fairies.
That is every like the real old story. Like okay, my version of fairy, like these are scary, terrifying, otherworldly people who will like kidnap you if you pick up their comb that they left in the middle of the road, specifically so you would pick it up. Like, I love.
But then also not like super villains either. They all have their own motivations too.
They're just ridiculous, arbitrary creatures that you can't control.
Yeah.
Like what's his face's wife?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Love her.
Yeah.
That comes in a lot later.
They really hinted at that though. Pretty like looking. I was like, oh.
I knew immediately
Ah.
that she was not actually human.
Yeah.
Once they talked to the
mirror.
fairy, no, I was like when he went into the fairy like for the
yeah,
court,
I was like, oh.
It was like, one went over. I'm like, oh, it's that bitch. Okay.
That's how he came back. Gotcha.
Okay. Go questions.
Go questions.
She's still writing stuff.
I did. There are a lot of caps. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does the writing feel heavy or out of place compared to more contemporary titles? No.
I don't think so.
So, like, Amelia and I were talking about this a little bit before. I ended up switching to the audiobook because when I tried to read it, I couldn't focus on it because I don't normally read stuff with that style. And
it's just very Regency. Very, very, very
yeah,
Regency.
that's what it is. I mean, any book, honestly, though, that's, like, heavy in slang or things that I'll just be like, eh.
Honestly,
I have to really want to put the effort forth.
I
But
think
the audio was awesome and really engaging compared to trying to read the book I got from the library.
honestly, I think that trying to use a more contemporary writing style with like kind of shorter sentences, like the 5-word sentence, over and over and over again, I think that wouldn't have conveyed tone quite as well.
No, I definitely wouldn't have.
No, you needed the propriety of it. It was just some parts of it were a bit challenging. I've never had to look up so many words. I don't read this genre normally, so I don't have a background in it. So I was like, what does this word even mean? It's an outer coat. Like I had to read, like I kept having to look up words that I just didn't recognize. So
I remembered Marm from that police mystery. I was like,
that book did one thing right for us.
There we go. I'm helping.
Because I was like, wait, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, that's right. We discussed this before.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know, too, for me, since I mostly read on my Kindle, if reading a physical book was just so weird, then I just, like, couldn't do it.
It's like, why can't you're just like poking the paper? Like, why can't I get the definition?
My husband did that today. He's been reading the Old Man's War series, and I have all of them except for the most recent one on Kindle, and he did that. He tried to double-click on the page.
Tell me, I want to take a note here. What is it?
And then he's like, what the hell?
Because of the mass volume of books I read every year, I'm like, I can't do physical anymore. It's just not.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's crazy.
Oh,
Actually, in the process of trying to clear out some of my old physical books.
I did that when we moved last time. I was like, all right, it's time.
It's hard.
It is, because you don't...
At least I found a donation place. I found a place to donate. So that makes me feel a little better.
But yeah, like, I don't know if that was part of it. I think if I had read it on Kindle, maybe I would have been more in it. But that audio was, like, highly recommend if you're interested in this book.
Cool.
And it's not super long.
I was reading it on the Kindle. I did sometimes find myself like clicking the page forward thing because I really did like this book. I like this book a lot. But there was quite a bit of like, all right, yada, 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 all right.
Which is just the style of the book, which I read
Yes.
a lot of that.
Yeah.
Of books
Yeah.
actually written in that era, so this was
Yeah.
not my comfort zone at all. But it felt, as somebody who reads a lot of books in that era, it felt very true to that as well, which I thought
Oh
she
yeah,
did an
the
amazing
tone was
job
spot
with
on.
that.
But it was like,
Yeah.
look, I got a deadline here. Like,
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this, but come on, I got to be able to say something when the microphone turns on.
Yeah. I would just say be prepared for the heavier language. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it
It
at all.
suits the tone perfectly. It's
Have a dictionary on hand, maybe.
Yeah, if you're dumb like me, have a dictionary.
Yeah.
No, no, if you just don't read, they use a lot of words we don't use very commonly anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're not used to that, then you will need a book. Former English major, read a lot
Yeah,
of the books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have Google ready to go.
Yes. So, Zen Cho, obviously an Asian woman, but how did you feel Cho did creating the main characters? Who are both, in case, I don't know if we said this explicitly, Zacharias is a black man, and Prunella is a brown of some kind. It's not clear.
I think Indian because
I think
her
that's the
mom is
implication.
from India.
Or like the analogous
to-
India, which they don't
Right.
really call it India.
Yeah,
but-
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Yeah.
I actually wrote this question because I was not shocked, but I was so happy with how she did it and how it was handled.
Yeah.
It was so subtle in a way that I felt like if you weren't like a active reader where you're actually paying attention, you're just kind of not paying enough attention, you wouldn't even realize.
And then
For
I
a
feel
little
like
while.
you would miss a huge portion of Zacharias' story, but it would be
Oh my God! Yes.
Oh yeah,
No,
totally. But like
I
in the
do-
beginning and stuff, it was like, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute, he's not white. That's what? And we're in Regency? Like I was super thrown off. And I was like, this is awesome. Same for Prunella. It was just like kind of slowly built into being more of a thing. I don't know. I was just so happy
so
with how
good.
she handled it.
yeah.
I really liked that she addressed the complications of Zacharias' upbringing, that he was sort of saved, right, from a life of slavery by this dude, Sir Stephen, and his wife, and they were like such great and noble people, and even he felt, very grateful to them for pulling him out of a slave life and adopting him and treating him like a real child, like one of their own children or whatever. But then that's complicated. There's like this creepy white savior vibe happening, and they address it openly in the book. Like,
Right.
how do you know that you improved my station or my life by rescuing me from my real parents?
Well, and why didn't you
Like-
rescue my parents?
Right,
Yeah.
right,
They
Yeah.
would have the means to do that as well, but they only rescued the little boy with magic.
right, because
Right.
that's all they wanted.
Right.
So it's like they are not flawless white hero saviors.
Yeah.
They're, it's
Yeah.
problematic.
Yeah.
And it wasn't heavy-handed. She didn't go into it all day and night. It was just like, by the way, this is not necessarily as cool as you think it is.
Like, that's the thing, and it also wasn't like they're not automatically like secret villains. Well, the same thing with
Right.
Dogny, the woman who owned the magic school where Prunella had lived.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, she kind of sucks, but she's not like the worst.
She's
I mean,
still trying to do the right thing.
She still did take in a kid that was not hers from some guy she
Yeah.
barely knew and raised her. Like,
Yeah, and it's like, so it's like,
Right.
not the best, not the worst, and I think that's a lot better to have in a
Mhm.
character, and I think it gives you a lot more options.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
I was so
And a
thrilled
lot more
with all
challenges
of
as a
that.
reader.
How it was all presented and like taken care of. I don't know. It
Yeah.
felt natural and it didn't feel forced. 'Cause
Incredibly
oftentimes I've had
devastating.
those things feel so forced that you're like, no.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just
the
like
same
very
time-
light-handed.
It came up often enough, like just in terms of what Zacharias' situation was. It came up often enough that I was like, yeah, no, this is very important to the plot. Like, so yeah, I don't think I would have missed it, but at the same time, it wasn't like an anvil to the head.
Yeah,
I think
it
you
was
could get. I could get.
it just
I
it
think
wasn't
you-
like beat in your head too
Right.
much, but it was
Yeah.
just the right I was so thrilled with it.
Right.
It's like
I
it's
feel
not a
it-
message novel. It's not really about let's bust the patriarchy or let's bust the whites of
No, it's
white.
much more subtle than that.
It's so much more real.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it just feels like this could have happened.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
at one
I
point,
was reading a story, like a friend was telling me a story.
Yeah.
at one point, like Prunella's like, well, I don't know, I can't keep these. I can't keep this familiars. I'm a woman. I can't do that.
Oh yeah, well, and her whole thing is her whole
Yeah.
plan is to go to London and
Sell
get
off.
married
Yeah.
because that's what you do.
Yeah.
That's how you get ahead. She's very practical about it, but she's not like, I'm just gonna be a independent woman who does independent things. She's like, nah, I need a man
Yeah.
because
I
that's what
need
you do in this
Because that's
day
the
and
only
age.
buy my
thing
way
you do,
into
yeah.
Yeah.
nobleness. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
to circle back around to what Isabel was saying about missing it, I don't think you could. I think what she was saying is right. If you're a person who pays attention to a book, you're not going to miss it. But if you're the kind of person who missed that Rue in the Hunger Games is black,
Yeah,
then you might miss
you know
it.
what?
You
I
might
think
miss
that's what, like,
especially the
honestly, I
Prunella.
was
This is true.
to be honest, and I did not put that together. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like the Rue thing, and people are mad because she was black, and I was like, but she was
But she was black,
book.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not really hard
what?
to know that. Yeah.
It's right there.
right?
In the book.
yeah, like
Everybody in that district is dark skinned. I don't understand how
Yeah,
you miss
it's-
that.
yeah, it's like how like I think I don't know. It's just it was
Maybe they just thought she
Nice.
meant tan.
It's just
Because
like,
you know how white people are like, that's what's in the forefront of your mind. Like, we're the default. So.
oh yeah, orange. So Rue's orange.
Right.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah, somehow that district got a hold of some self-tanner.
Yeah, you know.
Right? Yeah. Like, oh, they just live,
started a new fashion trend.
Right.
Yeah,
Tucker
yeah.
Eyes was just a white slave. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
that
those,
totally makes sense.
those totally existed. Those existed. You know, you can't something Irish history. God damn it! I'd say I'm still like residually salty from St. Patrick's Day. I always get salty around St. Patrick's Day. Like, ooh, 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 ooh.
Nice.
Someone tried to pinch me and I slapped their hand. So there-
Whoa, not
Just
okay.
people.
What is?
No, stop.
Yeah.
That ended
Don't
in
do
my
that.
elementary school, you jackasses.
No touchies.
Yeah.
No touchies. Random
Like-
strangers at the store.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Welcome to the South, y'all.
Gross, gross,
Yeah.
gross.
I don't know. People don't touch me.
Yeah, I have never had that problem up here. I'm gonna be
And I'm in
honest.
this. I'm not that far from you.
People, I don't.
Don't
maybe,
get tattoos. People will touch your tattoos. Like,
Oh yeah. In the locker room when I'm getting changed at the gym, people are like, "Oh my God, why are you touching me? I am
Yeah.
mostly naked."
Yeah, I already
strange
like,
men at the gym will walk up and touch me, and I'm like, what?
like
what is
touch
that?
right here.
What do you think is
already
gonna happen?
my
It's gonna, like-
tattoos because of that.
Raised or something? Like, why would
That's
you
creepy.
do
People are weird.
People are weird.
People are so
Hey, now,
weird.
how about the next question? It kind of wraps into what we were talking
Right,
about.
It does. Can you move? There you go. I was gonna say your name is blocking the question.
I'm sorry.
Where your cursor is.
I'm just deleting as we go.
Dang.
So
in
organized.
some order?
What do we think about how the women were written?
Realistic?
Yeah, right. They were actual. They seemed human.
All of
like-
them
yeah,
felt
all of
very
them.
realistic and like people I have met.
Yeah,
Right?
even the non-human ones, even the fairy
Yeah.
wife who came in, she was nuanced and just
The
full of
dragon lady.
yeah,
Also awesome.
amazing. Yeah, and the
I have
pissy
no
mother-in-law.
opinion on Sultan's wife because I don't remember her really doing anything.
She was just kind of like existing and pregnant from what I
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounded
Mhm,
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But she
That's all
was a
I
good
gathered from it. I
foil
was
for
like,
the
oh, that
other
sounds not
women.
fun.
Right.
What?
Like,
Yeah.
right?
She was. Yeah.
She was
She was
what?
she's a good foil. She's a good contrast for the other
Yeah.
women.
Yeah, but that's again, it's like each woman was very, I don't know, no, that's the other thing we talked about on the podcast next week is women seem to hold places in books. Like, this is the mother figure, this is the whatever figure. None of these women felt like that.
Right.
Even the ones that were more, quote, girly or feminine or whatever, like his mom, his guardian mom.
Yeah.
Even she was not cliched.
Mm. Although I will say, if you do like the kind of like maiden mother crone, theory
True, there
of,
was
like,
that.
Yeah, they definitely had like maiden mother crone, but you know that like honestly, that's not a trifecta of female characters that gets used very often.
Well, and it wasn't
And-
like the maiden was innocent.
Yeah,
And the mother
but-
was matronly and the crone was evil, which is what
Right.
you usually get, right? None of those
Right.
tropes held true.
Right. Like she used that literary device, I guess, but she didn't fall prey to the tropes that often.
Yeah,
make
no, it wasn't like just a straight read of those
No.
three. But like, and also there's nothing wrong with using like archetypes.
No,
No,
not
Archetypes
at
are
all.
cool.
When it's done well, who cares?
Yeah, archetypes
Yeah.
are
When it's not
fun.
done well, that it becomes like overly tropey and awful. I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, shit. That's Terry Pratchett used the Maiden Mother Crone triad for the Witches
Right.
books in the Discworld series, and it's rad. So
Also
So-
non-cliche.
Right.
Well, that's what I like about. I would hang out with any one of the women in these books. Really, any one of them, except maybe the bitchy friends
the
that
bitchy
she wound
friends.
up ditching.
Yeah.
After like raining on them or something, if I recall correctly.
Oh, that was amazing.
Like descending a storm upon their day. But yeah. Yeah, I would hang out with any woman in these books. They're all just unique and interesting, and what bothers me having read this is I realize how rare it is
Mm-hmm.
to feel that way walking away from a book. Like, well, that was just a rad bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I found myself not actively hating
Yeah.
any of the like non-obvious antagonist characters.
Yeah,
Yep.
totally. You're just like,
Right.
okay, cool. Everybody's
It's like,
awesome.
all right, cool. Like, like you're not my favorite, but it's cool.
Yeah, even the lady who runs the school, she was trying to do her best to
That's the
live in the
thing.
society that she lived in. And
That's like
yeah.
the best you can do. Like this person, not the worst.
Yeah.
Said with a smile.
Right.
Yeah.
Like not great,
Such-
but not
Not the
terrible.
worst.
Yeah.
She was doing her level best. It may
Yes.
not have
Right.
been good enough, but
And
she
really
was
believed in
trying.
what she was doing.
Yeah.
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 Was helping the girls.
And
you know?
society said this is what helps. So
Yeah.
when you're working with bad information, how
Right.
much can really
Amazing.
be asked?
Well, that ties in with our next question, which is not really a question, it's just a collection of words. Women's schools of magic, what the hell?
I am
Right? Like
so
finishing
excited
school
for this.
for magic girls. Ugh. And by
And-
finishing, we mean locking them
Yeah.
up and not allowing them to ever do magic again.
Right?
I know.
So,
When
women.
I realized that, I was just like, what?
Oh, okay.
So fucked up.
So women who were in higher castes were not supposed to do magic, while lower class women, working class women,
Yeah,
were allowed to do magic.
I mean, they
Well,
they weren't really
they were
allowed. They were just like
allowed
hand
to
waved.
really use magic.
I mean,
to-
they could use
things
domestic
along.
magic.
and
Yeah,
then
like,
the higher class women could use magic, but it was more like making yourself pretty. Was
Well,
it?
as long as
Curling-
nobody caught you.
Yes,
Right.
if you got caught, you were in big shit.
Well, that's what I really love is that there's this underground where everybody knows, at least all the women know that everybody
Yeah.
uses magic, but they
Ooh.
just don't tell the dudes.
Yeah.
So dudes have this belief that women don't use magic, and women are like, yeah, whatever. Like,
So in that way, magic is a lot like no makeup.
yes,
Right.
yes. Oh my god, it's the best.
Right?
analogy.
Like, right?
Yeah.
Men want women not to wear makeup, but what they want is women who wear makeup but don't look like they are.
The no makeup
Right.
makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I woke up like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did not take me 45 minutes for this to happen. It's fine.
Yeah, this eyeliner is natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
I
That
always
wing
have
eye
mascara.
is so just naturally on my face.
I always have a slight flush. It's,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird. It's my innocence showing.
That's right.
I just ran
That's
upstairs.
exactly what it was like. That's
There's no
exactly
stairs here. What do you mean? I just realized.
I lead an active, healthy lifestyle that gives me this natural glow.
All the
It's-
time.
It's not
But no blemishes of any
Only on my
kind.
cheeks.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, in that way, like the appearance of natural.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
It's effortless womanhood.
yes, even though you
Yeah.
have to put a bunch of effort and apparently a finite resource into it. That's something I think.
Right.
Oh, can I bring up the Seven Shackles thing?
Please do, because that's
Mhm.
what I was trying to remember the name of.
That was super early in the book, and I was like, wait,
Mhm.
what the balls?
So great, though. So
What
great.
the fuck? And that's when I kind of knew, like, all right, we're in for a we're in for a ride. I'm gonna be able to, like, this book. I'm on the same page as it because it was this.
I see what you did
like-
there with that one. You're on the same page as this book. Ew.
Oh, no, always remember it. Like, I never intend a pun unless
I
I'm
know.
like, eh.
It's true.
I will accidentally pun all the
Which
time.
is why I
But-
feel compelled to point out your other puns.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. However, unintentional. So, I think it's a very clever literary thing, and this is when I knew I was like, oh, we're gonna get into like punching patriarchy in the dick, because
Yes.
like I could see where you're going.
Please
Women
name
like
this episode that.
Punching
patriarchy in the dick.
Yes.
Magic.
With
Yes.
magic.
With magic.
But
I
so
will add a subtitle.
so letting like, so women, as, like, you know, kind of a punishment, instead of, like, having to do the laundry or something, they send their magical abilities out into the ether, or it could be like, done by, or it can be used by men to have, like, little, like, sorceress dick measuring contests.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so interesting that, like, women are just like, you know, oh, we're willingly giving up our ability to go do stuff so you brave, strong men can send sparkly things at each other.
Except they're totally not.
Yeah.
Right.
Ugh, I love it. And they're like having these. I love that in the beginning of the book when Zacharias walks into this girls' school and they're having an all-out magic war.
Yeah, like a fucking duel.
Throwing
Right?
wizard
They're throwing,
duel.
like, magic missiles at each other. And Prunella's like, trying to get everybody under control. And he
I
just
just,
walks
like-
in. What?
Yeah,
But
it was
women can't do magic, you guys. Women cannot do magic.
And then she's like,
But what-
no fucking help here, please.
Right?
And like credit to Zacharias, as soon as he realizes that, he's like, oh, we're doing this all wrong. Shit.
Yeah,
And he never wavers from that. Like he walks in and changes his mind. And that, to me, he's such a great character because he's,
oh yeah, I loved him.
he's
so
not
quickly.
rigid. Probably because of his upbringing and the way
Right.
that he has suffered, right? Like he's like, oh, well, shit, if this is how it is, we should just change the whole system. Great, I'm going to do that. You know, which is why I think
Let me get some
those
paper.
two are so good together.
Shut up, Ghost Dad. I'm working.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, and I love that he was horrified by the seven shackles because what they were doing
Yes.
was
Yeah.
incredibly
That was
dangerous to
terrible.
the young women who were doing
Super
it.
dangerous. And got the seven shadows, like, that freaked me the fuck out because they were so cheerful about it too. Like, oh
They were so
yeah.
proud of themselves
Like,
for
look what
figuring
we
that
figured out
out.
to do. See, you big strong men can go do your thaumaturgy.
Yeah. So great. Ugh,
I had to
But
write
I
down our
love
subtitles so
how,
I didn't
like-
forget.
I loved how the guys were so many of the sorcerers that, or at least I saw in the book from what I read of it, were just like doing absolutely nothing of use. Like they were just like swinging around like, yeah, I'm motherfucking sorcerer. Like
Some of them weren't even
they don't
like
even do the dishes.
sorcerers.
Right, some of them weren't even sorcerers because you have to be a familiar to have a
Right.
familiar.
Nobody had a familiar after Sir Stephen.
I'm sorry.
So,
As far as we know.
I'm sorry.
As far as we know.
I couldn't reference a Cards Against Humanity card if I'd said I'm a motherfucking thaumaturge.
No, totally. And they're like
There's
doing
just
stupid
fucking
stuff. I
around
love
with
when they goes to like Wizard Club and they're all doing stupid
Yeah.
shit and he's
I
like,
know.
what are you
and
even
they're like,
doing?
we don't have an infinite resource. What?
But they're like, look, I have
Watch me
12
do
hats or
this.
whatever. Yeah.
Women aren't even supposed to be doing the dishes with this shit, and meanwhile you're just like, hold my beer, I want to try something.
Yeah.
And then like YouTube video of like, hey, watch this.
Yeah,
Go
it's like
for it.
Jackass Wizards.
It's fucking
Oh,
Tosh.0. Regency Magical Tosh.0.
I love it.
So yeah, no, this is it really between the seven shackles and just like the whole, like, see, isn't this helpful that I knew I was gonna be like, book, you're okay, we're gonna be bros,
Yeah.
we're gonna be good friends, book.
This book is my apology for the other book that I chose.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Although still kind of fuck you because it's a series.
It made me bear. I'm sorry.
Yes. Bear.
Bear.
There.
Listen, it gave us that. It gave us bear. So
It did. It
Can't
did.
be
My
all-
11-year-old is saying bear now.
yeah.
It's
So
really funny.
See, I refuse to apologize for my book that y'all hated. I refuse.
But see,
You
mine
don't
was
have to.
yours was picked in all seriousness. The book
like
that
not
people would
that
enjoy.
to troll us.
My book was picked to bring everyone misery,
Oh,
And it worked.
and it worked because
My
it was
revenge
Mission
is coming.
accomplished.
Yeah, it was.
Fuck you, but mission accomplished.
It's like you guys don't know me at all. Come on.
Questions.
So next question is also just keyboard mashing.
Yes.
I apologize, but I'm not sorry at all. Which lady untouched by patriarch / awesome other ladies?
I love it. I love it.
The best.
Mekango.
I love how she's like, yeah, whatever, the Sultan rules,
Jingo.
but he doesn't. I'm clearly in charge, and
Yeah.
goodbye. Like, she
I do
has
what I
no...
want.
And like I love that she has like her whole horde of vampire ladies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
I love
We leave
it.
them
Yeah, the whole
alone.
posse's the
Leave
best
them alone,
posse.
It's all fine. They have an island full of vampires. What's the big deal?
Well, and she's totally just like, hey, yo, cool, I'm taking your baby. Fucking deal.
Right?
Basically, she was like an evil witch from mythology, is what it seems like. But she's like the good guy, sort of ish. I don't know. morally
So?
ambiguous, and I love
Yeah.
morally ambiguous witch characters. That's it.
Yeah.
Her attitude toward everything was basically like,
Yeah. Like, I'm
Like,
too old for this
that
shit.
and
Goodbye.
jerk off motion. That's it. Like, just
Yeah.
here in the back making a jerk off motion for everything. Like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
you're for
She just just like with Prunella, she just blows in, breaks every rule, and then blows out. Like, bye, I don't care
Yeah.
what you say.
I
And I
just
like
love
the fact that she is doing a
end with
jerk off
her
motion in her head
and the
the whole
baby.
time.
Like, it cracked me up.
Yeah.
With this
Yeah.
Sultan who's all like, you need to help me, and da da da, and she's just like, peace out.
Yeah.
Your kid.
Fucking bye.
Love it, love it, love it.
So yeah, she was great. Yeah, I love those kind of like morally ambiguous witch characters, like the Baba Yaga kind of character.
Yeah. So
They're
good.
very fun.
So good.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
no,
I don't
let's
get
do a
to
match.
We're adding some more caps lock. Okay.
Try not to add caps lock. Oh God, I'll ask
Too
them.
late, it's in your soul
Do you
now.
want me to ask the next question?
I got it. Are fairies really going to eat Prunella's dead body? Question mark.
I mean, yeah, that's basically what happens with cats too. So
Right?
Yeah,
I know, right? It's kind of a horrifying contract once you figure out what it is. Like, ooh.
Well, yes and no.
you're not using it anyway.
Right? You'll be
Oh,
dead.
and
Who
you-
cares?
I kind of feel like because you're already dead, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, it's cheaper than cremation.
Yeah, yeah. And I like that the three of them negotiated what parts of her they were going to eat.
I know.
Yeah.
We got
This
this
is-
covered.
But now they have to renegotiate. So.
They do, I know. Cheer.
I missed that part. I didn't see.
It's at the end, and it's
All
what?
right.
I did not see it coming at
It
all.
was so good though. It was.
I know.
So
I
good.
stood up and cheered. Like, are
It
you
was
kidding
so
me?
good.
Was one of them just being a dick, or
No.
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 No, she
Alright,
loved
I will
it.
see it. I will see it then.
Oh my God, it's so good.
No, like I said, I am not deterred.
You're gonna
by
get
spoilers at
spoiled
all.
soon about it. So
I am not deterred
We
by
have,
spoilers.
we have a question about it. It's coming.
Yeah, no, I see it. No, I don't have any. I'm not
Yeah.
like deterred by spoilers.
I don't know,
because it's
spoilers
always
make me
different
want to
in
read
context.
something more.
Right.
Usually.
Well, then why don't we skip to that question anyway, since we're kind of dancing around.
Okay.
The question is, Prunella, pragmatic, awesome, Bamp. She kills her familiar what?
Yeah, she just straight up tosses the familiar at the other familiar and
Well,
eats him.
Right? Like, she pulls the familiar outside of Zacharias. The one that everybody's like,
The
where
one
did he
that's
go? Where
Yeah,
did he go?
yeah.
I don't know. What's happening?
Well, and it's like Zacharias is dying and no one can save him, and she's like, whatever.
Fuck that.
Shoink, done. Like, problem solved. Not
There he
even an
is.
issue.
He's a sorcerer, bitches. What?
Like, she's so badass. She break, like, every single time they tell her she can't do something, she's like, yes, I can.
But
Why
how does she
not?
figure out that that's the problem, though? Like, sometimes, like, her problem-solving skills are improbable. Like,
I think he
I
told
think
her.
by then
He told her?
he's told
Yeah.
her. He's confessed.
Yeah.
all right.
So everybody knows, and then they're going to have this big, like, meeting to decide what to do, and are they going to kill Zacharias and take his...
Who's
staff
that,
and
that
blah,
douchebag
blah.
is going to be the next sorcerer royal.
Yeah,
Right.
the douchebag. I've met him. He's
And
a
so
dick.
she just rolls in, and she's like, nah, this isn't how this is going to go down.
Well, he's like a bumbling douchebag though too, which makes him even worse.
Right?
He's like Gilderoy
Just be a douchebag,
Lockhart.
but he's not even
good.
idiot too.
I kept picturing him as Kevin Branagh the whole time. Like,
Probably not a bad one.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah, so-
shit-eating grin, too, though.
Yes. So she negotiates, I think with Leofric is the
yeah,
Yeah,
the douchey
name
familiar.
so that she can be the sorcerer royal. And then he's like, okay, but I want one of your familiars to eat. And she's like, okay. And so she takes one and she throws it at him and he eats it.
Oh.
So just dead, done.
Done. And
No
everybody's like,
mercy.
holy shit.
Hashtag wrecked. All right.
Right? And she cared about them, too. And it was like,
Yeah, but, like,
she's
I
like,
guess...
gotta be done.
But
Bigger
yeah, it was kind of like
problems?
she knew it was the only answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freaking amazing. Her sentimentality is just like, no.
Nope. Stone
No, I
cold
got shit to
pragmatism.
do.
Yep.
Yeah, like,
Stone cold murder and
amazing.
she's gangster.
Just, like,
She
murdering
is, like, I don't want to be on her bad side. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
No,
that's gonna be a
totally
rough
don't.
read.
Right? Like, it would be like, nah, nothing personal, but you're dead.
yeah, sorry about that. I have other eggs. I don't need you.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. You know what? That one's gonna come back in another egg and be like, what the fuck?
Right?
Like,
Mom,
Dude,
why did you
Jesus.
kill me?
why you do this? Yeah.
why me?
Seriously.
Why me instead of all the other
He was
ones?
the oldest. That's why. He's the strongest.
That seems counter. I'm sure it makes sense in context. I'm like, that's counterintuitive.
It does.
Completely
Okay.
crazy.
Because it happens and you're like,
Well, because he wants to consume the knowledge and the essence of this
Yeah.
other thing. Because Leofric's a douche.
Such a douche.
Shoot.
So,
Okay.
now we're sad. That was a sad
I know,
part.
sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
down,
I'm just
right
sitting there
down.
like,
No, but it really is about, like, just the sheer pragmatism of a character, and I think a lot of stories would really try and, like, no, she's just as sentimental as soppy as you are, reader, because I am. And so, yeah, I think it's interesting that, somebody will give their obvious protagonist main character, like, just cold, just stone cold.
Yeah. She's not, though. She's not cold. She's just
Yeah.
No, just making, like,
practical.
stone cold decisions.
Yeah, yeah, sentimentality is not in the mix when she's like, nope, this is what makes sense. This is what has to be done. Like, that's why she's going to be an amazing sorcerer royal.
Mm.
Assuming they let her keep that. So we'll see.
But they can't not. Like, she
Right.
has the staff,
Her
right?
the
They have to take it from her. Good luck.
that's
right.
Two familiars, bitches.
That's
Yeah.
right.
For now.
Right?
Yeah.
Until she's still got more eggs. She's got
Yeah.
backup. More.
True.
5 familiars.
She's got 5 familiars faux days.
By the end of the series, she has 1, and we're like, what the fuck?
Oh no!
Gotta just, like, keep chucking familiars at it. Like some kind of incredibly depressing magical Pokemon.
Oh my god. Totally.
Except for you're gonna
Kind of
catch
what it
them
is.
all, you're killing them.
I
She
hope
could probably
it's-
get more.
I
Yeah.
hope it's not the unicorn one, because he sounded cute.
We won't spoil that for
We
you.
won't spoil it.
Fucking damn it.
I was gonna say, I don't remember which one was which, so.
Yeah. I do love that she is allowed to be practical and still female at the same time, right? Like normally it would be the dude character who would be the super practical
Yes.
one, and she's not.
Yeah.
She's not a heinous bitch. She's just
No, not at all.
No, not at all. No, all the sorcerers in the room are stunned to, like, dead silence. Like, did
Yeah.
she just do that? Like,
Yeah, it's like,
what? Nobody
Why
does
isn't
that.
she crying?
Yeah.
Why isn't she, like...
Well, just even they
I
would have
love,
been.
like, I thought a really good example of her character was when she broke into the dude's house.
yes.
His wife's like, hello.
And she's like, hey.
I'm just looking at
Fucking
this
talk to
painting.
her.
Yeah.
And then
Freaking
was like,
great.
I gotta fucking go and go save Zacharias' ass now.
Bye.
Right? He was damseled. She got to save him.
Yeah.
He was so damseled. Like, multiple
Oh,
times she
yeah.
saved his ass.
Oh, yeah.
Love
Like, right from
it.
the very
So
beginning,
good.
too.
So good.
Yeah, from the beginning, she starts saving him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ugh.
It never makes him seem weak, though.
No,
It was
no.
just like, could very much be like, the hero in the moment, but like shit happens, and especially when, evil thingy is hanging out inside you. So like, yeah, sometimes you
Gilderoy
need a little help.
Lockhart's trying to kill you every 5 minutes.
Yeah, that too.
Right? And Leofric's trying to eat you from the inside.
That too.
So good.
Good.
All right, next question. Fairyland?
Can we talk about the cork? Because, again, laughed out loud. This is like
Out of here,
floating in the air.
Cork. Cork.
Like,
You could kind of
thanks,
hear like
fairies.
the Price is Fail trombone when you see it. Wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah.
I love that
That's not the phrase
nobody's
of it, but
thought to
the
go
wah,
check
wah.
this before now, too. Like, why
That
aren't
was
we
my
getting
question
magic?
too.
Right? There's
That was
an
my
actual
question
cork.
too.
Yeah, I was
Like,
so lost.
no
I'm
one
like, how did
noticed?
they never check before?
Yeah, that was a little because it seems like this was a problem that they didn't start having last week. You would think that, but then again, these are the guys, who are just like pissing around in a club, going like, "Check out what I can do."
Yeah, it's true. Maybe Zacharias is just a better
Pretty
sorcerer,
unreliable. Yeah.
so he could see
Well,
it.
I guess he also had to be kind of sly about it since not everyone knew.
Well, he
What
also
was
just like wanted to find out, and the impression I got was that everybody else just wanted somebody to go solve it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not my job. It's just somebody better go check that out. It's bad.
You're the boss. You go do
Bad.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
I don't want to do it. You do it.
Well, and it sounds
Yeah.
like it was
That's how it
dangerous, too. So, like, I'm not gonna do it. It's super dangerous. Fairyland is scary. Why would I go check that out? You're the
Right,
Sorcerer
right.
Royal. You go do that shit.
Yeah, but they didn't like
Right.
go into Fairyland to originally see the cork. They were just like hanging out in a village. And,
But it sounds like
oh,
that was dangerous too.
I guess.
It did, like, yeah, it did. He's all pissed when Pernilla shows up, like, what are you doing here? Ugh.
Yeah, it was like mild. I don't know. I never got the sense of like they were telling me there was real danger, but then like Prunella just rolls up like, "What's up, bitches?" And then Mag Jangal is just like, "Oh God, fucking turnpike traffic." Am I right?
Yeah.
Like everybody's like hanging around on this border, like whatever. Well, it's really just Zacharias and Ghost Dad who are like, "This is really scary. You got to be really careful when you're here."
It's like the thaumaturges don't understand magic.
They have no
Like,
idea what they're
it's really
doing.
what I get the
Yeah,
impression.
They have
Yeah.
no idea what they're
I
doing.
really
but
think they don't. Like,
Yeah.
they're just like, I don't know. I can, like, make shit appear.
They have no idea
Yeah.
what they're doing, but they've put enough like trappings and ceremony around it that it feels really, really like official.
Yeah,
And,
like,
like,
they know they don't know
academical.
anything compared to these women. Who like, oh yeah, I just traveled here through Fairyland. Zacharias is like, what?
You
What?
can't do that.
She's like, I just did it. What?
Yeah, it's not really hard, dude. What? Like, it's hard, right? Like,
Right.
this is the legally blonde of magic.
Yes!
Right?
That's
Oh,
what it was.
So good.
Oh, yay!
Oh my god.
So good.
Seriously.
Okay. Sea monster fairy brought down basically by her pissy mother-in-law. Yes, this is not a question, but it was fucking badass.
It is a thing that happened.
How great was that? How great was that?
Like, what are you doing? What? I'm not doing any. You're ruining this port. You stop it right now.
Right? Like the
Let's take a scene.
tons of super powerful thaumaturges are just standing there,
Going, oh shit.
yeah, like with their thumbs up their asses, and you know, they're just like, oh, get her mother-in-law. She'll put her back in line. It wasn't her mother-in-law, but whatever. Get her relative.
Like her, yeah,
It
aunt
was
or
her
something.
aunt. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was the best. And then they're just like, yeah, she's always been this way. She's
Yeah, whatever. Just ignore her. It's fine.
Oh, she's the worst.
Yeah.
my awful character.
So good. Right? Because she was in love with Leofric, but she wasn't really. But she decided
Yeah, I know,
she
but
was
she
after
was.
he died.
Yeah, just threw,
And
threw
they're
a
like, but
huge
he's
temper
not
tantrum.
dead, you idiot.
Right?
Yes, that was the other. Yeah, they're just like, what are you doing? You're stupid. Go back to Fairy. Stop being annoying. And she's okay, Mom. Sorry. Like, oh my god.
So,
Every problem and every solution just got more and more delightful
yeah.
throughout this book. Like,
That's one
nothing
thing-
went the way I expected it to.
I have to say, this book had about like 7 or 8 plots going on at once.
Yeah.
And there were a few times where I was like, wait, we're doing this now? Oh, okay, now we're doing this. Wait, why are we doing... So
It all comes
it's
back,
like,
though.
It all, yeah, it all comes
It
together.
does,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
I
yeah.
do wonder, like, because I cannot be just, uncritical of something. Do we think that the plotting could have been tighter?
No.
No, I think it's perfect.
Think so?
The end wraps it up so nicely. Like, you'll
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
okay.
wait for you to see this and be like, you guys are right. The end is
All
just,
right.
it's this perfect little, like,
It's a perfect little bow. Everything on it is
Yeah.
just like...
Yeah.
But,
it
like,
comes,
not-
it comes right back around.
not the level of perfect little bow where you're like,
This is stupid. This
Like,
would not
fuck
happen in real
this.
life.
Because I
Yeah,
get mad at that too.
yeah.
Like, it's that just, it's so neat and tidy and
Satisfying.
it's not like the unsatisfying, like, and they lived happily ever after and had 50 children and blah, blah, blah.
Right? Like
Right.
that zombie book we read.
Yes. Like, that was a
God.
bow,
I
but
dodged
not
a
like
bullet on
a
that
nice,
one.
satisfying one.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
Okay, well, I'll report back in via the Twitter.
Yes.
And
Like
Please do. I'm
it
curious.
seems like she must have had the most amazing outline of all time.
Yeah, I want to see the outline.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
So good.
I also want to buy this book in the damask cover or whatever, however the hell you say that pattern, because oh my god, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's so fucking pretty.
I've already bought it twice. I might as well buy it 3 times.
it's cool to see it getting so many kind of like release. So it appears to have been a very successful book.
And that's really good news for
Yeah.
books.
Yes.
It's her debut novel, which is
Hey, wow,
Yeah.
grabs.
No, she has another book, I think.
not novel length, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Maybe, I don't know.
I think
just
she's
know when I
been in
searched her
short
name
story
somehow.
collections, but
That
nothing
must
novel.
have been what came up.
I know because I went and looked.
Yeah.
immediately.
And she has a longer short story / novelette
Okay.
called The Terracotta Bride that's really good, but it's not long at all.
That is very cool.
Yes.
So yeah, like I like seeing successes like that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, totally. I agree.
Same.
Oh,
So good.
so good.
Okay, I guess we should talk about Zacharias' plot a little bit, I guess.
Whatever.
It was
I
very
don't know,
well
I got,
written
like that
out.
dad problems. What
He
do you
had
expect?
plot, you guys. It was pretty good as well.
It was daddy issues.
It really was.
The story.
Very good. He does have dead daddy
I'm
issues.
joking.
Okay.
It's actually good.
Right? So I guess his two plots were daddy issues / why is the king so shitty?
Yes, right? Yeah. Why does he keep getting
King.
screwed over by everyone
What the
in
fuck?
every corner?
Right?
Like, he was fighting everybody, poor guy.
I mean, the answer is racism, but
yes,
well,
the
yeah.
answer is right.
The answer is racism. / I saw the stuff with the magic going away, like the slow decline of magic, plus the Muggle world basically being like, whoa, they're not as powerful as they used to be anymore. We could turn this in our favor.
Right, right. Like, we're not scared of them the way we used to be.
Yeah.
you're not so big.
Yeah.
Except,
Oh, and then
you
I
know,
guess his other plot
fucking
though
dragons
too
and
is
shit.
just the what's his dumb butt? The dumb douche.
Midsummer.
Kenneth
Midsummer
Branagh.
Or Lockhart.
trying to
Yeah,
like
Gilderoy
get away
Lockhart.
from him.
Yeah. And, like, because, I mean, straight up because he's black. We're going
Yeah,
to do
pretty
this.
much. So like I guess that would be like the subplot more so than the other stuff, but yeah, that was definitely a big part of it too. But Prunella saves the day. Like fucking always.
Her huge.
Yeah.
Brunella steps in.
As expected.
Well, and I like at the end what he decides to do, that he decides to abdicate and give it to her, the most powerful sorcerer. Right? He's like, here you go.
Right? Because he
I'm
never
good.
wanted it anyway, but he thought
No.
he was the most qualified as far as he knew.
Yeah, he just wanted to go read his books and make talking caterpillars and be happy.
Right? Oh, I can't.
Politics is not for everyone.
Right.
Yeah, no, he hated it the whole time. So and she's natural.
Right.
She's a
Ghost Dad
natural.
wanted him to do it, but he did not want to do it.
Yeah.
I live my own life, Dad.
Daddy
That's
issues,
Prunella.
man.
It's true. Like she just it was for her.
Yeah. She's perfect for it.
Yeah, she has no trouble with it. He hated every minute of it. She's like, what? It's not hard. Like their whole thing is what? Like it's hard?
Right?
Yeah. Like, give me a challenge. This is boring. What else you got? Like,
Right? She totally got into Harvard Law School. It's fine.
yeah. I love her so much.
So good.
So yeah, very well written characters, I thought.
Yes.
And yeah, I don't think that Zacharias was diminished
No.
by being
It was just not his jam.
yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted to make talking caterpillars and have his garden.
Yeah, that's all he wanted. Live in the country, read his
Right.
Have
books,
something nice.
He's got his
research
little
magic.
cottage. He's basically Eliza. Let's be
Or
real.
Hagrid. I'm doing all Harry Potter today.
Well, there were schools for
There were.
magic, so
Yeah.
why not?
There were muggles.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
So did we address the stuff with Ghost Dad, Sir Stephen, and the Jackass familiar, or we have more
think
feelings
so.
about it?
I think so, especially like
Very.
because we could say Sir Stephen. It was cool to have him around because then we could also see like, hey, you were pretty good. Not the best, not the worst, but like it takes a lot of nuance to be able to write characters who are like, yeah, okay.
Medium.
I think it just kind of showed you when you figured out that's who was like the ghost was, like it was his dad. You're just kind of like, oh, it all makes a little more sense now
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
in a good way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
Ghost
addressed
Dad.
that pretty good.
Ghost Dad's the worst. Okay. So now the question that's the best question of all time. Prunella and Zacharias, cinnamon roll or cinnamon roll with an S?
I
C.
don't have
Straight up C.
Straight up.
Cinnamon roll with icing.
Right? Oh,
She doesn't even know he's proposing. I'm sorry.
oh,
Eris.
it's so good.
I think
She's
they're
like,
very
are
cute.
you making fun
I
of me?
haven't gotten there.
Right?
I
She's
know. Oh
It's
God, it's so,
so
good.
proud. Like it's so Mr. Darcy.
He's
Like,
so
I
Mr.
just-
Darcy.
It's
Wa-
so cute.
The end of that book, like I was at work and it's ending, and I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is the end.
Right? I was like, oh no, they're not gonna get together.
Right?
This
I
is
know.
the worst thing that ever happened to me.
That opened, and I was just like, oh my God, and my heart just broke a little in the best of ways. And, like,
You just want to pinch their little cheeky.
flowers, and I had a happiness and
Right? She's
oh,
like, right?
I
She's
ship
like,
it so
how
hard.
am I gonna get married if I love the dude? And he's like, yeah, duh.
Yeah. But hello.
Hi.
That's what I just said. I just said that, dang.
But he didn't. He talked all around it in a big
Yeah.
Pride and Prejudice circle.
Right?
She's like, she's literally like, are you making fun of me right now? And I was dying.
Right?
I just
Ugh,
love
it's the best.
like the whole process of it, and then he's just like, God damn it! Like you just imagine me like, God damn it! Don't you understand what I'm saying to you?
And she's like, no, I don't. And he's like, I don't know how to be any more plain because I'm Zacharias and I don't speak plainly ever.
Right.
Like, what do you mean? I don't understand.
Freaking amazing.
Precious cinnamon rolls.
Precious. There's no S in there, Sin. Absolutely none.
So good.
100% cinnamon.
It's sugary sweet. It's
We'll
not.
eat.
Still
Yeah.
cute. Yeah, so
That's
far
what I
they've been
meant.
cute. They have not hit like, Schmoopy's levels yet. But
No,
they're
it's not
like,
gross at all. They're so very.
No,
They're
it's
so
just,
dumb
it's
and
genuine.
practical.
they're just like
Genuine.
starting to like they're starting to like each other.
Yeah, but they don't know. They manage to be too proper the entire. So good.
But
So
you get
good.
the indication like that's where I am so far.
Oh yeah, you
so.
can tell Zacharias likes her, and
Oh,
she's
yeah.
not afraid to talk about, in her point of view, how much she likes
Yeah.
him. But together, no, worky.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Perfect. This book is
Okay.
perfect. Everything is perfect. Ness is right about everything. Congratulations.
Thank you. Please tell Belle that.
I will tell her. She doesn't believe me ever, but I'll tell her.
What, she doesn't believe that like you picked something that wasn't heinous?
If I like something, she has to hate it on principle.
Aw.
It's the way of our relationship.
The sibling
know
What would you
relationship
talk
going.
about otherwise?
Amelia, we're gonna get to be so smug when she likes Hamilton. It's gonna be so good.
It'll be hard for her because if she likes it, she doesn't want to like it, so it's
I
going to
know.
be delightful.
But she's gonna have to
I
because
know, how can you not like it? It's perfect.
Jefferson is a cinnamon roll with an S.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yes,
you're
he
talking
is.
about. Oh, you guys are back on Hamilton now.
Yeah. Oh,
What
yeah.
I miss?
Right?
Of course, we're always back on Hamilton.
Well, no, I thought we were talking about the book still.
We're talking
No,
about
we're talking about
cinnamon
Hamilton
rolls.
now.
She would like this book. I
She
don't
would
know.
like this book. I don't know that she would read it ever, but she would
I
like
don't know
it.
that she would either, but it's definitely up her
Okay,
alley. She
I'm
loves
gonna-
reading.
Did we find anybody who didn't enjoy it?
Rosie said she maybe didn't.
Yeah. I'm
Hmm.
gonna send this book to Belle anonymously so that it'll just show
Do
up on her
it.
doorstep, and
Do
then she'll
it.
love it.
Do it. Do it. That's
Good
awesome.
plan.
And then she'll feel like she has to read it because you bought her a present.
Right, and then I get to be smug afterwards when she loves it. There's basically no downside.
So I gave this a 4 real 5 stars on Goodreads.
You mean good nugget out of nuggets? Because we do.
Yes. Yes. 5
Yeah,
nuggets.
Nuggets.
5 nuggets. for me.
I would call this a four nugget book easy. I just haven't gotten to the end, so it might be higher. But yeah, right now I'm at a comfortable 4 nugget.
I did
Nice
5
score.
nuggets.
5 nuggets.
Yeah.
I'm excited
Yep.
for the sequel,
Right.
and I'm also pissed.
I am
'Cause it's
stingy
the-
with my 5s, so
and I do avoid.
I am usually
series.
stingy with my 5s too, but this made me so
I'm very
happy
stingy
in
with my
every
5s.
way.
I need
Most
to
of
see
my
the wrap
fives are
up.
4.5.
I might amend
Oh yeah,
it.
you have to get to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what really seals it, is the
The last like 50 pages are just delightful.
yeah, like I'm just squealing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just made me happy.
It did.
Mhm.
It completed
So
me.
yay us. Good job,
Thanks,
Ness.
Benji.
Good pick.
Thanks, Densho.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
Thanks
you.
for
Yeah,
that.
actually, I really have enjoyed it. I
Please
did
write
enjoy
all
it
books
this year.
now forever, because
Yes. No more vacations for Zencho.
no, I
Nope.
need all books in all genres to be like this now.
Yes, thank you.
Bored of everything else. Thank you.
So Rosie's not here, but she has the next pick.
Mhm.
And she has picked Let's Pretend This Never Happened by Jenny Lawson, aka The Bloggess.
Yes.
Mhm.
Which is autobiographical and delightful.
Okay.
So,
You'll
Yeah.
laugh and cry.
yes.
Okay.
And the audiobook is her, and it's hilarious.
Hilarious. Yes.
Yeah, the audio narration I feel like is the way to go with this if you can.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
don't
might
disagree.
have to check that out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, I think it'll be good.
Yeah, it's so good. I'm gonna have to listen to it again.
Totally.
All right.
All right, so thanks everybody. You can
All right.
find
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you for watching and coming and whatnots.
and you can follow us on Twitter at our things below.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they
It's all already there. I think I copied it all in this morning when I sent
You're
this out.
so well prepared.
So prepared.
It's my thing. That's Tony. He'll tell everyone. Of course she's organized.
God, somebody has
That's
to
good
be.
to have.
It
Yep.
has to be.
All right.
I'd be a mess if I wasn't.
Yeah.
This
Alright,
was a
I'm gonna
fun
stop
way to
this.
spend an Easter. So,
Bye, people.
Bye.
bye. It's good to be back. Bye.